Welcome. Welcome. Grazie. The scene today is set in Italian because we are going to IMOLA. Welcome. Welcome. Grazie. The scene today is set in Italian because we are going to IMOLA. Buonasera watchers wherever you are. Italian yangu imeishia hapo. The toothpick was just sitting the scene na vitu kama hizo. Today as obvious, joined here by your man Ace, the trouble man himself. And who am I with here today? Daniel.
See.
Do you know for a fact Monza looks like this? Monza looks like this. You know? Watch The Godfather and you'll understand what I'm talking about. Anyway, the other guy?
Mushiri.
He's not the other guy. He's actually the statistics guy.
Yeah. No info or anything to do na Italian.
You just need to know the spaghetti.
Pasta.
Spaghetti, Torino, Maranello, Pirelli,
Ferrari,
Tifosi.
But then can you say the full names of the GP? It's long.
Formula. I don't know. I actually can, but najua kuna part nimesahau, but let me just read it out for you for those who
Romagna.
Emilia Romagna. Yeah, let me it's the full name. Let me read it.
There's a Qatar Airways something.
Qatar Airways Grand Premio del Made in Italy del Emil Romagna.
Nah. Yeah? So the
IMOLA.
Apana, no. We do not take that. Wewe ni a Formula 1 analyst, you need to say the full name. Eh?
Okay.
The full name.
Say the full name.
The full name. I'm cheating. Formula 1 Qatar Airways Grand Premio del Grande made in Italy del Emilia Romagna 2023.
We were fine with San Marino. I don't know what happened.
Anyway, how are you guys? It's been a minute, bana.
It's been a while.
It's been a minute.
Glad to be back.
Glad to be back, yeah? Back like you never left. Back to back.
Still on top.
Yeah, still on top. Tumekuwa na break, man. Come on. Tumekuwa na break. For those joining us for the first time today, we are the Pitboard guys. The Pitboard where all F1 discussions happen. And today we'll actually do something new today. Today, itakuwa episode ya Hot Takes. We are in round 6 of the championship, and today we'll be talking nothing but what has happened so far and the rumors. We'll be, tutakuwa tuki-speculate on the future, and we'll be discussing the things that have happened thus far in the championship this season. So, any takers who wants to go first?
Do your thing, man.
I do my thing.
Yeah.
So, first things first. Round 6, itakuwa Emilia Romagna, of course, Italy. Na I don't know how to feel about it. I don't know how to feel about it.
That is the place where Red Bull, where Checo and Max had their first one too.
Crickets. Siko sure. Checo and Max.
I checked. Yeah,
the first one really happened last year, ama?
Their first 1-2 finish.
Yeah.
It happened in that circuit.
Like I said, the stats guy. Umeona? The stats guy. Huyu jamaa ndio akona stats zote.
Na this year tunaendelea tu pia. It's going to be the fifth. The finish.
The jury still out on that.
It should be the fifth.
Yeah.
Buda hiyo.
Take sips.
Anyway.
Kunywa maji.
Anyway. Round 6. So Imola, I think up until tuna expect the first batch of big upgrades from the big 3.
Yep.
This is where we are expecting the first batch of big upgrades.
Yep.
Big updates or whatever you want to call it. And much to talk about there. Sijui ni wa kick off. Let me launch you guys into the conversation immediately. First things first. Mercedes, Ferrari and Red Bull No, hata tuachana Red Bull, hawahitaji updates. Mercedes, Ferrari and Aston Martin. Yeah? These guys are expected to bring in their first batch of updates this weekend. Na historically speaking, yeah, Mercedes have always been good with their updates. Their updates have always been progressive, except when they've not understood the car. Case in point, 2022 and asterisk on 2023.
Yeah, so far.
Aston Martin, those are dark horses. Those are dark horses so far this season. We don't know what to expect from them. We don't know how they'll do with the first major update. We don't know if they'll regress or progress.
But they have the most time in the tunnel until June. In the wind tunnel until June.
But bro, updates, like we don't know what to expect from the updates. Updates unajoina Congo hit or miss. The updates are always hit or miss. So we don't really know what will happen there. Then Ferrari, the bottling guys. These guys, all their updates for the past 3, 4, 5 years, zimekuwa regressive to some degree. Zimekuwa regressive. So what do you guys anticipate nini?
I think for starters, the Mercedes upgrade is bound to be the most anticipated.
Yes. Yeah.
Of the bunch.
They're saying they are going the Lewis Hamilton way.
And what is that way?
So you remember Hamilton said that the Mercedes didn't listen to him? Now they are going his way. So they're bringing new floor, change in front suspension.
And new bodywork.
So I don't know if the bodywork will include the side pods.
Hey, of course. Hips don't lie.
Tag Shakira. Wait. Editor. Tag Shakira somewhere there.
Hips don't lie. Bring those things. Yeah. So that's huge.
Yeah, waiting to see. Yeah. So, but Toto said it is the basis of everything. So it's a starting point. So we'll see what will happen. But as I said, Aston Martin, they have the most time in wind tunnel. If anybody is going to make a lot of significant change, it's going to be Aston Martin. So in terms of their updates, I expect them to gain the most.
But allow me to play the devil's advocate on your last point on Aston. Haas. Okay? So I think Walimals at the 2021 championship last, right?
2021. I'm not really sure about 2021.
Yeah. And going by how the allocation in Akwanga ya wind tunnel testing time and CFD time, Haas had the most amount of time to develop their 2022 car.
Yes.
Their 2023 car.
Yes.
So to whom much is given or the most is given, we don't expect
to whom much is given
an equal jump in improvement coming the next year. I'm not saying that Aston won't make that jump because they've already jumped.
Yes.
Look at last year.
Yeah.
I think walikuwa P7 kwa constructors.
They're most improved.
Where are they right now?
Ni kubaya bana, ni kubaya. It is bad. The Italian teams.
Inauma watu wa Ferrari
the Italian teams are struggling.
Na watu wa Mercedes.
Alfa Romeo, Haas. No, Haas is actually American, but with an Italian engine manufacturer. We won't mention who.
Yes, actually, I think IMOLA is kind of your home GP. Sindio?
More or less. Guys glorify Monza because of the history and everything, but yeah, it's actually IMOLA. IMOLA has more grounds to, to actually claim being Ferrari's home GP. But Monza has the, the memories, Akina Fangio,
Imola was introduced first as a European GP, remember?
Yeah. Back in the Sikuzaki na nani. What's his name?
No, the first time
the British guy. There's a British guy who was dominating F1 in the 60s. Like crazy.
Jackie Stewart?
Nah. You actually know him. Ni mtu popular sana by there. I'll have to look it up.
Sorry. Back to allow me to take you guys back to what I was saying. So looking at Haas, they had the most amount of time, CFD and wind tunnel testing time. Yeah, they made a leap, but it wasn't as significant to jump. Alfa Tauri, Alfa Romeo, and Williams. Yeah, they're somewhere there now playing either P7 or P8, but it wasn't as significant compared to what Aston Martin did just from 22 to 23.
Yes.
And Aston Martin's biggest, I think their problem right now is
interjection.
Drag. Yeah.
Is that the biggest jump from a season from a constructor for the championship?
Mm-hmm.
Is that the biggest jump in the past decade?
Past decade up to
I'm not all
Decade,
knowing,
10
but,
years.
2013.
Yeah,
but since I've
2013.
been watching Formula One, I think the Aston Martin leap is astonishing.
I
For
would
the
say,
past decade, I think it's the biggest.
I would, okay, yeah. But the biggest one has to be the 209 Jenson Button.
Brown GP.
Yeah, because it was from nowhere to
Fun fact.
winning.
Fun fact. Know your F1. Know your F1. Fun fact. Guys don't really know this.
That's over
209 winners, Brown GP morphed into what we know now as
Mercedes AMG Petronas.
Mercedes AMG Petronas. That's where they started as Brown GP. Walikuwa naitwa Brown GP. They were just newcomers and they did their thing. They were money laundering and
Hey, bro, give them their flowers. Man. Give them their flowers. They came in and shook the F1 world. Like, hey,
yeah, man. And
When you kids on
they
the
told
block,
Hamilton, so this is the contract. And Lewis was like, oh yeah, sure. And they signed. Next thing we know, they had a 7-year domination. And guys are still complaining. Why are you guys complaining? To Mercedes. Anyway, why are you guys complaining?
so back. I'm sorry I'm taking too long on this. But I don't think Aston will bring such a huge update unless they either change bodywork somewhere, because the deficit at the moment is straight line speed.
So yeah, now about straight line speed, I don't know if I can find that stat. They showed that in Miami, they had the biggest gain in DRS. Like,
Oh, really?
yeah, before the speed with DRS and speed without DRS, the team that has biggest difference is Red Bull.
Oh.
Red Bull, they can have the most gap in terms effectiveness of DRS, followed by Aston Martin. So if any improvement it come and go through that direction, the drag that we are talking about is going to reduce.
Yeah.
So
and that's bad news for Ferrari.
yeah,
Not really.
That's bad news also for L15. Yeah.
L44.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Wait, cheki. Musipi tutariwind your part. Wait. Tutariwind your part. Umesikia Kenya amesema it is not me, it is Mushiri. So at the comments mwende yeye. It's not me. L44. Bro,
Yeah, so Mercedes, yeah. What do you guys reckon? Do you think they'll move forward?
I don't know. I believe they will move forward. Maybe not in Imola. Maybe they'll in other races we might see. But I don't think it is any big difference to catch up to Aston Martin, because Aston Martin is the one in front. I don't think they will catch up. They will still remain number 3. That's what I think.
Yes. Your thoughts?
Historically, I'm going with history again. Na history yangu hata si ya kitambo sana, ni 1 year ago. Mercedes always improve their car whenever they bring updates, but it's not really a significant improvement when they don't understand the car.
Fact.
And not once, not twice, but a couple of times Toto Wolff has been in the cameras and has been, outspoken about his, non-confidence in the car. And he's really been open about it to the guys, and he's been like, you guys, we don't know what's wrong, we don't understand the car and all that. So I don't know what to expect from them. I expect some improvement, but I don't expect anything major. The ones I'm really looking out for are Aston Martin, because other than Red Bull, I think in terms of pace, they're best of the rest. They're the best of the rest.
I think it's unfair to say Aston Martin is the best of the rest.
In terms of pace. In terms of pace, because the Ferrari has been having reliability issues. The Mercedes hasn't really been consistent. And Alonso in that Aston, bro, he's been smoking everybody else apart from the Red Bulls.
Facts.
So it's safe to say the Aston are the best. The Darth Vader's Aston is the best of the rest.
Okay, yeah. That's true.
Yeah, that's
and now if they sort out the high drag and the low,
I think
the slowness.
Their package is more to do with the flow, if I'm not mistaken.
I haven't seen anything on Aston.
Yeah, the package is more to do with the flow, if I'm not really mistaken. And I expect them to fix their KDRS issue, because it's not really an issue. I just expect them to catch up with the Red Bull. Because the Red Bull are the benchmark. The Red Bulls are the benchmark. And I'm reading here, like the gap between them and the Red Bull wasn't really big, but it started to grow as the distance, expounded. As the distance progressed, your DRS zone, the later stages of the Red Bull was pulling away, and the Aston wasn't really matching that speed.
Yeah.
So look, if they fix that, they're good, and that has to do with drag. We can talk about drag up. The only reasonable explanation as to why your car slows down when you're trying to reach maximum speeds has to do with drag.
Yeah, and also drivers have been complaining about the drivability of these 2023 cars.
Yeah,
some drivers have come out saying that it's hard or harder to follow a car after 2 laps. If you're stuck,
it's harder than last year.
Yeah, if you're stuck behind someone for 2 laps, you just have to let them go because your tires are going to overheat and you'll be sliding all over the place. And
tag F1 and tag the FIA and close racing and competitiveness.
It's easy to go kombele. You're not complaining.
Yeah.
By the way, before we move on, I have a question. Do you know what is the similarity between Alonso of 2010 to 2013 when he was in Ferrari and Alonso of Aston Martin?
Yeah.
So what the similarity in both cases is being the most impressive driver on the grid, but ultimately in a car that can't compete with the young gun in the Red Bull, who looks set to dominate for multiple seasons and break several records.
I was actually going to say, I thought you were asking me a question because it sounded like a question. And I was just going to say, yeah, he's carrying Aston Martin, he carried Ferrari during that time. Yeah. Guys don't know this, but Lord Darth Vader himself, master of the dark arts, Fernando Alonso, he actually...
Before we finish, that saying he's on the dark side and we saw him smelling some roses. I'm questioning his dark side, but continue.
Even Darth Vader kwa movie alikuanga na daisies mahali. Kuna scene yake na daisies, so that doesn't mean anything,
Chini ya mask akona hizo maflowers.
Yeah. So just add your story naenda kuweka DP ya Darth Vader in a pink robe just for you. Ndio uone even dark people wanataka soft life.
Oh, okay, sawa.
Inaitwa soft life, Prince treatment. #Prince treatment. Anyway, so Alonso really did do wonders for Ferrari during that time because Ferrari were lost with that car. They didn't really know what they were doing with it. And it was a tough time because he was consistently putting top performances, especially in the 2012 championship. He was consistently putting top performances. The team was just letting him down. I'll have to be honest with that. The team was just letting him down. Now, same case with Aston Martin. Like, how many races have Aston Martin competed in so far? 5 races, Sindo?
Yep.
And how many times has Stroll appeared in the top 10?
I think he had a horror race. Was it Baku? Either Baku or... I think it was Baku. It was one where he...
Even in Miami. He didn't qualify.
Yeah, actually Miami, yeah.
He didn't get to even
Miami, they messed up quali.
Exactly. Na Sayo Alonso amekuwa top 5 for all the 5 races. Yep. So what does that tell you? There's a gap in quality there. It's either Alonso is too good.
He is. As in, sometimes
I don't know. And you were talking about age.
He is.
Were you talking about age?
Yeah. Before the podcast started, you asked me a very outrageous question. You asked me why wouldn't Ferrari pick take Daniel Ricciardo, and I said because he's too old. Simple.
So Alonso is proving that age.
No, Formula 1 is slowly morphing into pop culture sports. A pop culture sport. Meaning, sijui kama you've been paying attention to all these other sports, but they have some emphasis on youth. Look at Charles Leclerc when he was given his contract at Ferrari. It was the first of its kind.
Yep.
Giving a young driver
such a long contract. They were trying to tie him down for years. Not because Charles is like, he wasn't a championship winner or anything. He had no anything to justify that contract. But seeing what Mercedes were trying to do and seeing what Red Bull did, Red Bull walianzisha hii stuff yote. Red Bull was the first domino to fall. So all the other teams were just copying. Take one driver, take one young driver, build around him, and watch him deliver trophies. So yeah, age. That's what I said. And if you guys comment at me, you know.
Ageism.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on. We've talked about Red Bull kidogo, but we haven't talked about Helmut Marko. And reports coming in this past week, this past few days, he is reportedly unhappy with Nick De Vries. For those of you who don't know, Nick De Vries is an Alpha Tauri driver. And he was signed late last season, to Alpha Tauri.
Yeah, because of that single Monza performance.
Because he had a stellar Monza performance last year. Now, there were stipulations to his contract. They were like, we sign you, but we expect immediate performances, you know? So, I think there are two ways to look at this. The first way is, I think Helmut Marko is tripping, honestly. But I really do understand him. I mean, look at the gap in performance, some of the difference in performance between Nick De Vries and his teammate Yuki Tsunoda. Yuki has significantly improved under that car. The AT03.
Yeah.
He has given him 3 races from Imola, isn't it?
Damn. And those 3 races.
He need to
We have
prove
Monaco
himself.
there.
He need to prove himself within those 3. But for me, okay, as much as I'm a Red Bull fan, that changing of drivers within the season, it's not good. It's really not good. Because sometimes, especially if you're coming into a Formula 1 car, you need to get grips with it. You need to give a driver some time. Although he's not a young driver.
Yeah, plus he's been a champion.
Yeah,
Formula
he's a
Formula
2 at Form 2. Formula 2 champion, you know?
Yeah, it should. Okay, if you compare him with the Yuki last season, is there that much? Because Yuki has improved really much this season, and I believe
props
if
to
you are
Yuki, by the way.
if you are given a chance, I think it should be a whole season. It's just absurd changing.
Let me explain the gap in quality here. The gap in quality between Yuki and Nick De Vries is identical to the gap in quality for entertainment industry and Nigerian music and their film industry. You see how the Nigeria songs ziko huko juu?
Hey, they'll come for you.
And the films
Cut me out.
and the films ziko mahali. That's the gap in quality. So for you guys to just understand what I'm trying to talk about here. And Helmut Marko has seen it and he was like,
brother, allow me to be De Vries' lawyer. Yeah? I wouldn't sort him out for that cologne thing. but come on, guys, it's his first year, man.
Yeah,
I mean, but
yeah, and the 803, the Alpha Tauri car, it's not the best. It's not even. I'd say it's somewhere there, but it's not the best. So De Vries, knowing that he's been out from active racing,
yeah,
I think is it 2 years or was it just last year? He's been out for some time, and to his undoing, the Monza
race.
the Monza race.
Yeah.
I think he set this high expectation.
The Williams just happened to be good in Monza.
That once he's given that seat, he'll probably do wonders. I remember Ali this year was saying, hey, De Vries is going to mop the floor at AlphaTauri with Tsunoda. Because Tsunoda, the past 2 years, the guy has been what else?
Okay.
Yeah, but we know in Formula 1 experience counts for something.
Yeah.
So looking at Tsunoda right now, he's not only matured when it comes to the race. Because actually, if you look at the past 5 races, Tsunoda has been somewhere there trying to get into top 10.
Yeah. And
he's matured on track and also off track. Why can't we give De Vries the same?
Yeah. And
attitude?
do you know how many points Yuki has?
because
He has 2 points.
and
Those
he
2 points are something, man.
every time he's
One
qualified,
race, if in Monaco something can happen,
And
De
De
Vries gets 5 points.
So if that happens, are you going to say that De Vries is a better driver?
No, I'm not going to say it's a better. But you see, if you are changing, if the car is capable of fetching, let's say 7 points per race, like if Yuki is bringing, let's say 5 points, 7 points, you would say I would want to change De Vries because he's not bringing it. Like in case of Aston Martin, though we know there's Papa Stroll there. You know the capability of if the car has capability of bringing points, yes, you can change, but Yuki has 2 points. So if you're going to change a driver, in order for you to see a change in points, I can't see it unless Yuki has.
But do you know who's the driver that's lacking? Do you know the driver that's lacking around?
De Vries.
Yeah. Do you know the driver that is, the shark in the infested waters?
Daniel Ricciardo.
Daniel Ricciardo, man. Come on, the honey badger himself. Come on.
I'm a big Ricciardo fan. I would want to see Ricciardo in racing.
Look, listen, this is the jungle, man.
Yeah.
You either eat or be eaten.
Yeah.
And look, I sympathize with De Vries, and I really want to sympathize with him, and I want to vouch for him, but come on. In terms of ruthlessness, I don't think it gets bigger than Formula 1. It gets worse than Formula 1.
Facts.
In terms of ruthlessness. Do you know how much money they spend on these cars? Do you know how much money? Buda ingekuwa pesa.
Let's remember Haas. They had Urical, or was it Mazepin?
Yeah.
Live and Mick. Bro, utachokoza watu tukianza study when they had Mazepin.
I know Mick Schumacher is a dear to many people.
The team at that point, they didn't have cash. So signing a Russian oligarch, someone who could bring in the money, would help the team.
Yeah.
But the team cut ties. They didn't give a damn about the bottom line at team.
No, it was pressure because Russia went to war.
Do you know why?
Yeah. But they were like,
explain it to him. Do you know why?
Screw our bottom line. Go.
Do you know why?
No.
Do you know why?
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 Why what?
Why they cut ties with him?
It's because
See, the Ukraine-Russian thing.
Aside from that, there was also another reason. What? He was crashing that car every goddamn time.
He was spinning.
But also Mick
has
also been doing the same thing. Wait,
it was costing them money.
No, Mick split the car into two.
Bro, splitting that car into two, that's 2 million ishaenda. 2 million.
How much did it cost the team? Was it 1.5 million dollars?
I don't know.
That was a write-off.
Let me tell you something.
The last person to split that car into two was Grosjean in Bahrain when it caught fire.
Yeah.
But that was a different story. Hiyo ni story tofauti.
There was contact. There was contact in that.
Unaona when the driver messes up and aende tu kwa pit inaitwaje? No, you're F1 guys.
Gravel.
No, gravel trap. Aende kwa gravel trap. Buda hii cost team something close to 500 bands.
No, it depends. It depends.
Yeah, depends. But ukiona tu smoke mahali hapo mbele kwa taya, kulikuwa na locking mahali tena uone tu ameenda tu kwa gravel trap, unajua tu 500k. Ishatoka hivyo. So this is a very expensive sport.
Facts.
Cutthroat sport.
Yep.
We don't have time to babysit anyone.
Yep.
So if Daniel Ricciardo is lacking,
If
Daniel Ricciardo is lacking,
hey. And speaking about Danny Rick, there's this rumor that before the Miami GP, Danny Rick did a sit fit at Alpha Tauri.
Woo.
Yeah.
Little bad told you this, eh?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
What else did they say?
De Vries, watch out. And if you look at the timing, the comments from Dr. Helmut Marko and this rumor, Helmut Marko.
Oh, nimesikia you've given him a car.
No, he's a doctor.
Yeah.
And also the Red Bull advisor.
You know, Dr. Fred Vazier, he's a doctor by the way by profession.
Fred is medical doctor, a doctor.
A PhD.
You have to put some je ne sais quoi when you say Fred. Fred Vazier. Fred Vazier.
Yeah. Me and languages, bro.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. On the De Vries issue, I'd really want to see De Vries given time, but that's not my call. That's not our call. Hey, look, we're just guys voicing out our opinions, and we really have nothing to do with it. So, on to the next one, and qualifying format in it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You have some gold on this.
Okay, so the format it will be the normal time, 18 minutes Q1, 15 minutes Q2, 12 minutes Q3. Q1 you have to run on hard tires.
Mandatory.
If you the top 15 proceed, and they have to run on mediums.
Yeah.
And those who proceed will run on softs. But I think it will rain, so I don't see that happening.
Oh yeah. I've seen
predicted to rain a lot, so that this format, if they wanted it to happen in IMOLA, I don't think they are going to get the feedback that they wanted about the format.
Speaking of the rain, So I've seen there's a red weather alert.
Yes.
Yeah, it's raining cats and dogs over there at Romagna, Imola.
Emilia Romagna.
Emilio Romagna.
Look.
Excuse my Italian.
No. Look.
Apologies.
Emilia Romagna.
Emilia Romagna.
Emilia Romagna.
Imola.
Imola.
No. Kuna ile meme fulani sijui kama mnajua ile meme that kama meme. Emilia Romagna. Formula 1 blah 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 Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. Imola.
Yeah. So it's properly raining on that side, and guys are asking questions like, are we going to cancel this GP? Are we going to go, or are we going to go full wet?
We are overdue
Come
that.
Sunday.
Yeah.
And Friday and
We are
Saturday.
overdue that wet race, man. Come on.
And if they do, what happens to the teams that bringing big upgrades?
Fun fact, I love wet races. Chaos. I love the
So-
chaos.
Okay, so before it's
No, I love the
and
chaos.
the number of
I didn't
tires
see that coming.
the number of tires have been reduced from 13 sets to 11 sets. I have a question for you guys. By the if it is a rainy GP, who do you think might have a better car?
Well, you know when it's full wet, the DRS is disabled. So
Yes.
putting that into account.
The RS is disabled, and you need.
You're acting like Red Bull even use that DRS.
Yeah, we do.
That's the biggest. That's the. You see, if you saw in Baku, it was very hard to overtake for because of the reduced DRS zone. But Red Bull, well, it was no issue. But people like Lando had issues
You
overtaking.
guys are overtaking the SF23 bila DRS with 30 kilometers more than us. Na you guys are you're here talking about DRS. Come on.
Yeah,
Guys.
DRS.
But it's
Have some. You guys, you need to be courteous enough to know when you guys are winning. You need to
Okay,
be gracious enough to know when you guys are obliterating the field.
Kasikia
So-
vibaya na huko.
So hiyo mambo ya DRS blah 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 blah. Stop wasting the viewers' time.
No. But the DRS, I had to put
You guys don't need the DRS.
chill. But I had to put the DRS thing because he asked that question.
Yeah. They will, if it's a wet race, no DRS.
Yeah, no DRS.
So
Who has the car?
yeah.
Oh, I mean,
And who's the
Let's
driver?
say it's a wet quali.
look, with Hamilton's experience,
Tuangu.
Hamilton, bro.
People are saying Mercedes will be bringing boats.
Yeah, I've actually seen that meme.
You honestly see Mercedes
in
the fight?
Yeah. So, but I mean, bro, Lewis is a good wet driver.
Yeah, yes. And Alonso, what do you think about Alonso?
Ngoja,
They have a-
nimesikia director akishout LBGTQ. not that wet, but come on. I mean, he's a good rainy driver. Yeah.
Alonso?
I don't think he beats Lewis at that. I don't.
He
think
has the
beats
car.
Lewis at that. He might have the car, but this is where the skill comes in. This is where the skill comes
Okay.
in. Bro.
Is Alonso
I'm
skilled
telling
more
you,
than... I mean,
you are
yeah,
calling
is
him
Hamilton
L44. LH44, bro. I mean, respect that guy. You know,
Yeah.
respect that guy. 8 titles don't come with nothing.
7.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
7.
Yeah.
can you apologize?
No, you have to apologize.
Moving on, yeah. The experience this guy has in wet races and his portfolio, the repertoire speaks for itself. You know, this guy anakuanga tu on another level. For WWE fans, yeye ndio Roman Reigns kwa wet races. He is on God mode. Greatness on a different level. Kituka hiyo. You get? Like, bro, like I don't want to overpraise him, but with the wet races I've seen, he's thoroughly impressed me with his skill and basically the skill, because wet races anything can happen and you need to be sharp. Ama maybe I'm biased because your time hizo wet races ikihappen ilikuwa during the dominant era.
Yeah, because at Imola they're bringing boats.
Yeah, but
we don't know how competitive they're going to be.
we don't know. Maybe I could be wrong.
And
but,
Alonso, what do you think about Alonso in wet?
I mean,
in the
Alonso
Aston
is up
Martin?
there. Alonso is up there. But honestly speaking, there might be something off with him in a wet race. There's just something with Alonso. Like Alonso, in as much as he is a good driver, he's also a very good fuck up. We can't deny that. He's also a very good fuck up. Like Aki decide to fuck up, he fucks up, you know? And but we are not sure we'll have a wet race, first of all.
Yeah.
We're not really sure. This is all speculation. And but Max, Checo ndo tunataka kuona kwa hiyo wet race.
So me, I think if it's a wet quali, I think Alonso might out qualify Checo.
Yeah, probably.
But Max is a good driver on the wets.
Nah, but me quali is missing sinanga shida. Najua Charles Leclerc, Lord Percival himself, nawakilisha pale.
One lap man.
Yeah, one lap guy.
Yeah, I know he's going to do his thing.
He's going to do his thing pale P1 baby. Tena race day P7. Go like sorry guys, we try again next time. And yes, good race Chavi. We go to another 2 weeks of pain and heartbreak and sorrow. Tukiangalia ile video ya kwanza ya kuunveil gari. Anyway.
Hey, you guys are going through it.
Anyway.
You guys are going through it. Speaking about Charles, do you think he has to think about his expectations this year?
I think he already has.
He's now P7.
Bruh, do you know Sainz
is ahead
with 39 points.
Sainz has beaten him head to head 4 times out of 5 so far this season.
He has had is it 2 retirements?
That's sizzle in your spirit.
He has had 2 retirements.
Lekwali?
Damn, Charles.
Of course, we can't forget the Australia one. Stupid mistake. Yeah. So do you
no drivers championship? He's 7th.
Yeah, he's P7 with 39 points.
So
34.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He's P?
34. P7.
P7. Actually, he swapped places with George after the Miami.
Damn. Ace as Tifosi. And you know you've said it not once, not twice.
Have you guys
multiple
seen
times that Charles is your guy?
Have you Ngoja, speaking of George, have you seen the Kabanta shade Mercedes threw at Aston Martin when they had Lando pose for that picture? Have you seen it? You've not seen it?
No.
George Russell, Formula 1 driver.
Oh,
I've seen that photo being put in many places. You have to be specific.
Yeah, so Lando actually took an identical photo, yeah? And when he took that identical photo, they tagged Mercedes on their socials. And they said, how did we do? Yeah? And Mercedes responded, George Russell, race winner, Formula 1 driver.
Oh.
Yeah. Pili hoho. Hiyo ni hatari.
That must have stung because Nani, you know, Lando had a chance to win a race in
Monza.
No.
Yeah, he also had a chance at Monza, I think 2021.
When he was told not to overtake Ricardo. Yes, there's that one. But there's another one he didn't pit for wets while leading.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking. Wait. Oh, yeah.
Like he threw that win away. It's so that must have stung. If
yeah, I mean,
that's how they responded.
When your name is Lando, no wins. I mean, that's what you do, man. You just bottle wins like Arsenal. So yeah,
like Ferrari.
We didn't. How have we bottled wins?
Lekwali.
Last year.
To convert
last year
polls to P1.
We're in 2023. Why are we still talking about 2022?
Okay, you have asked when.
Brother.
Anyway, rumors in the paddock.
Ricardo come back, and we've talked about it.
And is Hamilton and Shakira rumor?
Hey, wait,
keeping up with the Hamilton. What's going on? Who feel in what's going on?
So I think in Miami GP, Tom Cruise came with Shakira.
Tom Cruise.
And she left with Hamilton.
Hey, hips don't lie, man.
You won't understand that feeling. Si ati nimerushwa manzi by the way, lakini anyway,
it's a safe space inauma.
I can just imagine. Madam hips don't lie. Na gari ya Lewis haina hips.
Sasa ndo analeta IMOLA sasa. Hamilton had to go for the hips himself.
Aliendea hips mwenyewe.
The inspiration behind the updates.
Whew. I mean, bro. Ngoja. Top Gun Tom Cruise.
Yes.
Alirushwa dem.
Okay, it's the rumors. The rumors.
I don't know.
I don't know if
You're out of it.
I don't know
Your
if
hands
the
are clean.
story has more salt than it should.
Nah, but I think it's just paparazzi doing their thing, getting clicks.
Yeah, being
Na vitu
nosy.
kaa hizo.
Yeah.
But hey, again, this is Hamilton, So,
Hey.
yeah. There is
Another rumor. Honda is it's a rumor that Honda will be making a return into the Formula One.
yeah, there has been
They are partnering with Aston Martin.
there have been leaks on that. What do you make of it?
Well, indaisema na mauchungu from MotoGP. Yeah? Guys who watch MotoGP, you know what happened with Suzuki. So I don't know if it's a Japanese manufacturer type of thing.
Yeah.
Where when they start getting wins, all of a sudden they prioritize other things.
They move on.
Yeah, in MotoGP, Suzuki were getting they were taking the fight to Ducati last year. Then all of a sudden they were like, hey, as we are now focusing on zero emissions technology. They build ship.
I mean, ni kama that persuasive guy. When you chase a lady for so long, then I finally ingia box huko like.
It's boring.
Yeah.
Gets boring.
So now Honda, I think it was late 2020, they declared the desire to exit Formula One as an engine supplier.
Na hadi wakasema goodbye.
Yeah, I remember the 2021 Suzuka GP.
Ngoja shtua tu Mercedes kidogo. AD21.
But in 2020 they did not have the Honda thing on the car. Sindio? Is it 21 or 22?
22.
22 they didn't have it.
Yeah.
See, they say goodbye before the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So Honda declared they'd like to exit Formula 1 2020. And at that time they said they are pursuing zero
Natafuta
emission
Honda.
technologies.
There is no Honda. Yeah.
Yeah. And this is the 2022 championship.
Yeah.
So 2021 they left, but Red Bull got into an agreement with Honda that Red Bull they'll run their own Red Bull powertrains, but Honda will be at the back. Providing expertise. So fast forward to 2022. Early this year, I remember there were rumors that Ford might be coming in. I don't know, with Andretti, or I don't know which other American automotive manufacturer.
For those unaware, Andretti Cadillac. So just associate them with Cadillac. So
yeah, there's also an Andretti Cadillac somewhere. But anyway, so Red Bull decided to sign Ford as their 2026 engine supplier. And now Honda, surprisingly, have declared their interest that they'd like to return.
Is it because they are going to go... now, I don't know how you guys understand this. The fuel that they're going to use in 2026, they're saying it's going to be carbon neutral. I had a look at what carbon neutral is. The fuel is not going to come from fossils or being...
Dead dinosaurs.
Yes.
they're actually making fuel in a lab.
Yes, and the where they're going to get the carbon, it's from the atmosphere. Yeah. So it means they are taking the carbon from the atmosphere, putting it in the fuel, burn it in the car, return that's like carbon neutrality. You're not increasing the carbon, and you're not reducing.
I mean, it's innovative in itself. I mean, this is number one, the reason why this is the pinnacle of motorsports, and it's really innovative and job creation opportunities for guys when you study bioengineering.
But is maintaining carbon neutrality the way? Like, should you reduce?
I mean, look, we've been battling. I don't want to sound like an activist or anything.
I will call you out.
Yeah, because why?
You're a petrol head.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to sound like Greta Thunberg ama kitu kama hiyo, but
How dare you?
Yeah, I don't want to sound like that, but Earth has been battling. Listen, Earth has actually been on this commission from big companies like Apple, they've all been carbon, zero carbon emissions na vitu kama hizo. So let's see how it goes. Let's see where it takes us. As long as performance I change and the the engines sound the same.
It's not going to change. But they're going to increase
that's all for Formula E cars in F1. Hiyo ibaki huko FE.
But they will have more electric power, you know that, From I think
120 to 350.
Speaking of it, hot take, I really do think Formula 1 will one day merge with Formula E at some point, 2036.
I don't think so.
Apparently, the Formula E have a contract to be the only racing series with electric car only until I don't know when. So you cannot have right now a race of electric power only.
Wow.
Unless
open wheel.
I think this is
because on superbikes or on biking side there's Moto E.
Oh, there's Moto E.
Yeah.
Interesting.
We have something to talk
And
about. We have something to talk about for
almost sound the
space.
same.
I'm very excited. I'm like a young Stewie on caffeine. Very excited. We have something to talk about for space. We
There never lacks things to talk in space.
Tutaongea kitu kwa space. For those guys
space,
who mwambie.
Space on Twitter Space
Thursdays 9:30 p.m.
Yeah, it will be in the description.
Yeah, so we ingia tu Twitter, search #F1 kwa spaces. And that's it. So I think that's a wrap. Ama, does either of you have an add-on?
Add-on is Vettel has a company that has that carbon neutrality fuel that he's looking for contract from Formula 1.
Niko kazi.
Nimepata mahali pa kupeleka CV leo siku. Nimepata mahali pa kupeleka CV.
Kupeleka tifoshi?
Iko huko pending. Ziko kaa tatu zimetumwa huko with different aliases. Kuna moja nimevaa glasses, kuna ingine sina glasses, kuna ingine niko na kashagi hair.
Unajitaje?
I won't say.
Ricardo,
shit like that.
You should have an Italian name, by the way.
I do.
You do?
Yeah.
Luigi.
Yeah.
Luigi.
Yeah, Mario Luigi. Luigi.
Sawa.
Do you know who Luigi is?
No,
The loser.
Nah, he's the loser. Ask around who Luigi is. Anyway, that's it from us here at the Pitboard. It's me. It's been lit as always. It's your boy Ace, joined here by none other than the less troublesome himself, Dan, and the king of stats himself.
Mushiri.
He has actually a good restaurant nearby, so tunataka tuende hapo sahi, we grab some bites. Mushiri's butchery, tukule kitu mutura, vitu kama hizo. Anyway, by the way, watch along Sunday, Cavalli, meet up ni 2-3 p.m. race itakuwa I think 4. So guys, come, let's have fun, let's drink, let's watch the race, let's have fun, let's talk, let's shout, let's get wild.
Create content there.
Yeah, of course, definitely. Ukitaka kuonekana kwa YouTube, kuje tukushoot. So yeah. That's it. That's a wrap. Peace.